Okay. Okay. Hello, guys. Good evening, and welcome to another tutorial by Nocode Africa. Right. Quite sorry that we had to reschedule the class impromptu. Yeah, it doesn't happen frequently. It's usually on Fridays that things like this happen. Quite really sorry about that, and I hope you bear with me as well. Okay, so we are going to have we're going to have our class very soon. We'll wait for a couple of minutes to see if we can have more people join the class. Yeah, so it will be a continuation of yesterday's class, and I think it will be a quick one. Not too quick, but it's gonna be quick, right? Because we're just continuing from what we did yesterday, and some persons had some challenges, and they really wanted to see how to implement some things, right? So some persons asked a question. Yeah, I think it was Jesse Joba, welcome. Joy, I don't know if Joy is here. Bami was here since 5:15. That's my own time. That was 3:58. GMT plus one. Yeah. So Jesse Joba, welcome, and anyone else that is here, please just you can just say hi to me, and I will say hi back to you, and it will give me an idea of the number of persons that are here, so that I can know when we can like start fully. Right. I know it's quite late. This is like 7 p.m. GMT plus one, and a couple of persons are just coming back from work. Might just be seriously tired. But it's a good investment for you to be part of this class. Yes, it's a very good investment. You will be able to repeat soon. Yeah. So okay. So I don't know if let me see. Okay, Shodev, welcome, Shodev. AJ, welcome. Good to see you here. Um, so now, yesterday I had some questions. I had some questions from some persons. Right, Ben, welcome. Welcome to the class. I had some persons ask me a question. Like, we created the platform. I think I'm just gonna start the presentation immediately, so we can just start having a discussion before the full class begins. So, but please, as you join, you could just say me hi, and I will be super excited to say hi back to you. Yeah. So basically, this is a class on how to build a web application without writing codes. In our previous classes, we have been talking about how to build mobile applications, and we have been covering different topics like creating a project in FlutterFlow, creating a project in Firebase, creating a querying the backend, and moving data from one page to the other. Being able to summon the data from the backend, that's the database in Firebase, to actually be found in your application. We've done a lot of that, and it's found in our previous videos, which you can refer to old videos as well. So, but today's class, we're going to be talking about web application, right? So we started working on web application, and that's this one that you see here, right? So this is what we worked on before. So let me just try to reload this. I don't know why it's covering the entire screen. Okay, so we worked on a project called ecommerce. Ecommerce is more like an e-commerce platform, right? So we were trying to see how we can build it with FlutterFlow, right? So this is what we created. Let me just show you quickly. Yesterday, this is what we created. I will just show you the front view. Yeah, so this is it. So we created this. Okay, I'm supposed to give some colors to this thing just so that it can make sense. So yeah, and we were not really focused on working on the functional the design. We're just focused on the back end a lot, right? So, and we tried to show you how you can connect a payment gateway to this application. I had someone repeatedly ask me how to do this, but the person wanted me to create a course on Adalo. I haven't really had the time to create it, but I think if the person watches this video, there's a huge possibility of seeing just the tactics, right? Because I think it's just the tactics that really matters. Meaning, when you're trying to add a payment gateway to FlutterFlow in a manual way, just go to Paystack and then create the what is it called? Create the payment links, and then from there put it in your database, and then add it as an action uh, to your button, like to a particular button that has to do with that particular product, which we did here within FlutterFlow. So I will soon demo it again. I'm still running this. So we had a couple of pages in the project. This was the landing page, and this is how it looked like. We used a list view to bring these items into play, and then we did some basic designs. And how did we have this huge display size? Yeah, so we switched it from mobile. This is like the mobile. If you want it to be like mobile, this is how mobile looks like. All right, so this is mobile design. The difference between a website and a mobile application is basically the size of the screen, right? So the size of the screen and some, I don't know, some feel, right? Yeah. So we actually went ahead and created, I think we're done running that. We went ahead and created, we turned it to a different screen size. I think we used 15. Yes, we used 15. This is it. This is what we used. And so now this is how our platform looks like, right? So now it's done running, right? So let's just take a look at it and see what we can make out of this, okay? So first of all, I would like to say well done, well done, well done. Today's like the click this to change it to MacBook Pro 15. Yeah, so today's like the official last day, right? So but there are some lessons that we haven't covered yet. Yes, like the security settings in Firebase, we haven't covered it. So because of that, and then some core functions like adding some things to cart, right? We haven't implemented that yet. Okay, so I think we will be able to implement that subsequently, right? And then so that means somehow we're going to spread this class till next week. Like, so the class is not going to really end again this week. It's going to spread across to next week. Yeah, but it might not span for the entire next week, because I wanted the students to have at least 2 weeks to build their project. So this weekend we're going to start. In as much as you have classes, it's not going to stop you from working on your project. So yes, because there are some things that you might want to implement in your project, and we haven't covered that yet. And so I will show you how you can implement some things, right? Or even be able to learn some things yourself. And as much as I still stand available to show you, right? So this application we built yesterday, we're able to get these things from database. So if you can click here, buy now, it takes you straight to the payment gateway. So this is the idea of connecting your payment gateway manually, all right, manually to your FlutterFlow product. And then not just that alone, we did something else. Like if you click on this, it can take you here so you can see the, I don't know, more description of the product. That's supposed to be the idea. And then we're supposed to, I think, add to cart. Can we do that today? This is okay. Let's see. Then if you click here, buy now, of course, it still takes you to this, right? So we will try to see how we can implement the buy now scenario. I think I did that in one of the tutorials in the past. Yeah, so the whole buy now thing is basically creating a state. No, not buy now. I mean, like, how do I put it? Basically getting, creating an app state. We'll try to see how we can implement it. All right, so it's a bit faint in my mind, but we can try to implement it and see if we can get it right. Okay, so that's like how far we went yesterday, and I believe you had some value for it. But now there's a question that someone asked me, and I feel I should let you guys know how it can be done. Okay, so now let's say this is since we're doing this manually, and of course, when your user clicks on buy now, right, they're expected to put their name, their last name, email address, and all of that, right? Cool, that's true. You can get the data here. That means, of course, before they go ahead to click to pay now, they have to fill in this data. But what if you don't just want to get the data only here? You want to get the data also within your FlutterFlow project. Now let's try to implement that, because one of the students reached out to me and asked me that particular question. So I think she was like, is it possible to embed a form here in this particular screen, the screen for description, such that they go ahead and fill the form first, right? And when they fill the form, they can go ahead, when they click on buy now, it captures the detail of the user who is ordering for the thing. Because first of all, let's say this is your e-commerce store, right? Let's say someone comes here, of course. Now we have not created a login scenario, so fine, we left that out. Now let's say someone wants to buy, you need to collect their location of delivery, right? So here in this place, there's nothing like that, just email address, first name and last name. I know you could have added extra fields inside your payment gateway, but let's say you just want to collect everything inside the web, the application here. So how can you implement that? So we will try to just see how we can set that up quickly, and then maybe we try to implement add to cart, and that would have made these a complete project, right? So let's see. Meanwhile, let me just stop sharing briefly and see how we're doing. Okay, so Lintochi. Yes, fine. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a new hairstyle. Okay. City Woman said I should. Okay. City Woman said, what message is that? City Woman said I should mute for 2 days. Okay. Said I should explain the app state and dynamic children concept and how and when it can be used. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to try to explain this like in real time. Like we'll try to like use it so you can see the real place where you can use the dynamic children thing. Okay, so then I will refer to an old project. What project was that? I think it was was it Fudo? I can't remember exactly, but I think we did create an app like that. I will try to remember, and it will make sense. Okay, so what else? I did greet Benjamin, welcome. Lintochi, welcome. Peter, welcome. City Woman, of course, welcome. So let me go ahead and continue presenting. Then from there we will talk about the app state and children stuff. Okay, so basically the children thing is, I think you can only get that from, let's say, list view. Is it not? Let's see, you can get it from, nope, let's say column. Yes, so you get it from here, generating children from variable. Yeah, so I will try to talk about that. So we will see how we can create it. Okay, I hope it's still very fair in my brain. Okay, so all right, so let's go ahead and then just implement the very first thing I talked about. Yeah, which is not here, description. All right, so the idea I was trying to pass to you is, let's say we have our user wants to collect some form here, right? Our user wants to collect some form, and the idea is to like collect the data of the user, right? The user that maybe is trying to buy something on the platform, instead of just when they click on buy now, it takes them to the payment gateway, right? So we want them to be able to fill a form, and when they click to buy now, we can just believe that, all right, or assume that they've actually made a payment. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a form here. Let's see. Let's add a form here. Let's just put the form below the button, right? Just below around here. So I will go ahead and then Control D. Yeah, so Control D, and let's see what we get. 2 days. All right, so here you go. And I'm going to take this widget out, the button widgets. So, oh, no, not, I shouldn't be deleting that one. I should be deleting the ones here. So click on this and take it off. Click on this and take this off as well. And here, what I need to do is click on the row and add a text field. Okay, so I might not add so many things. I just want to add maybe 1 or 2 text fields. And then, did I add it already? Just click on this. It's not working. So click on this. What's going on? Okay, click on this, and then search for text field. And okay, so more recent Flutter version of what is going on. So I'm trying to add something here. Okay, so I don't know. Does it want me to manually go find the text field widget? And that's stressful. Text field. Okay. The most recent action would have caused a crashing error, so we've done it. I've done it for you. Okay, so what crashing error would that have caused? A row? I want to put a text field in a row. It doesn't work in a row. Okay, so here I want to, let's see. Okay. All right, I'm not going to pay attention to the UI. Let's just do something. I don't know why this is refusing to work the way I want it to work. So let me click on the big row here and just add a text field on the right hand side. So quickly, I'll click here to add a text field. No, I'll add a column first. Great. And then in this column, I will go ahead and add a text field. Text field. Yes, this text field works there. So I just want I want us to just fill some things here. So I'm not really paying attention to UI, like super not paying attention to UI. I just want us to get like the real thing. So here, I'm just going to go ahead, scroll down to input border type and change it to outline so that it can have some sort of lines around it. Because at first it was just naked. Let me show you what I mean. This is how it is right now. But now I have told it that I need the input border, which is like the decoration. It's called input decoration. So it's like decorating the area that you want to put something inside. So I have put that I need it to have an outline. But now that outline is like the border, right? So I need to give the border a color. So I'm going to give the border this color. And now that works. If I click out now, you see there's a border there. Not so beautiful. So I will scroll down and maybe give it some border radius of 8. Now it looks like something nice. So with that, we can go ahead and just increase the width. I don't know what width this is, so I can just say 200. Okay, it's not following me. I think this is supposed to be inside a container for, okay, it's inside a container, so let's see, it's inside a container. Okay, the container has a width of 200. This is a text field, so exactly the exact size. Okay, so let's just say, what do we want to put here? We just want to put maybe location. So you can add as many fields as possible. So I just want us to see like how you could create a form. I might not like create it exactly how you want me to create it, but this form should have been here, but I don't know, I didn't put it there. So let's say location, right? So location, this is like the, no, that's the hints text property. So we can put here the label text is location, and then the input is road, right? So wheel, something like that. And then the next thing that you could quickly do is let's see, maybe this is okay, right? So it's in a column, so we are fine. I can just go ahead and yeah, I don't know, why do we have a container here? So let's see, give it some padding below, let's say 16. Okay, guys, so I have these two things now. So here is for location. Let's just say we want to say name and location, right? So just name and location. You can add as many fields as possible that you want there, right? So I really just want to show you how to do the action. Okay, so let's see, scroll down. Instead of look, this is location. Let's click on this and change it to name. Okay, so I think another thing you would have wanted is maybe a phone number, right? So maybe name, phone, location. Oh, now that's going to fill up too many things. So I'll stop there, right? So location, name here is John Doe. I just want to show you how you can do it. So John Doe. Okay. All right. So here you have your users will fill this. So if we can just quickly look at it, you'll see how it looks like. Don't bother yourself about the UI. I just want you to pay attention to the functionality. Okay, so, well, the UI is not so bad. It's bad, don't mind me. So here we have, so the user is supposed to put their names here and then their location, right? And then they click on buy now. So I just wanted to show you how to do this because a student actually asked this. Now, what do we do? How do we achieve it? We can, now we have like two fields here. So let's go ahead and add an extra action to this button. We added an action to the button before, so it was launch URL, right? So the idea was to launch a URL when the user clicks on that button. So now let's go ahead and open Action Flow Editor. So we click here to open Action Flow Editor. Let's add another action, then we will reposition them, okay? So let's click here, add another action. You can add as many actions as possible. All right, so what action are we adding here? We want to create a document. So we say Firebase, no, it's not Firebase, Firestore, create a document. Now, guys, before we continue this, let me just close it first. Now we want to create a document and we want to store it somewhere, right? So we want to store it somewhere. So let's go, since this is like an order, right? So let's go ahead and go to database and create a collection called orders. So I can just come here and create order. All right, so orders, anyone. And then I'll click to add the fields, right? The schema. So here is name of the customer, right? So it's going to be a string. Then here is going to be location. Okay, so location, and it's going to be a string as well. So I click on this and now we are good, guys. So of course, what you do to, no, I've forgotten what they always say as an adage, but I wanted to say some sort of proverb there, but I can't really recall how it's been said and how relevant it would be to this. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to Firebase. So you do that on FlutterFlow. You have to do the same thing on Firebase just to create another collection and then go ahead and create another collection here, just like you created a collection in FlutterFlow. All right, so it has to be done like that. So I click it to start another collection. The same spelling, guys. Don't make a mistake. Well, if you make a mistake, you can delete it and start over, but it can be really painful. So name, and well, let's just create one. You have to create one. You don't really need to put a value inside it. So by default, the data type is string. So we just leave it there. So save. Okay, so we have one document. The remaining documents will be created. This is just a format, right? The remaining documents will be created automatically. There's another thing we would want to do. Okay, not really necessary, right? Okay, there's another thing I would like to. You can store anything, including the price of the product, but we didn't create a field for that. Well, you can still store it without having to type it in. So let's say price. Okay, so guys, price is number. This one we have to. Okay, can we just add? No, we can't. We have to add a value, at least to the test. So, all right, this is a dummy scenario. We're just setting up the structure so that this thing will understand, like Firebase will understand the flow for what we're doing. So now what we need to go ahead and do is, let's see. Now we've added one extra field here. Let's go back to FlutterFlow and also add an extra field. Let me close this. We will need to run this again, so no need for keeping it active. Let's close this as well, and then these two. All right, so I'm gonna add another field here and say price. So the thing is this, when the customer is clicking on that button, we want to also save the price of the product. Okay, so we can save other things. We can even save the name of the product, but guys, do you want to save the name of the product? So let's say product name, but this is gonna take us around like product name. Okay, so product name, string. Now, let's see, product name, string. We need to go back to Firebase and just add. I'm just trying to make it like a little bit detailed. So product name string, right? So that's good. We are good. So let's come back here and then set actions. So now with this, we can go ahead and click to open the action flow. We said backend call is create document. What collections? Products. We want to create not products, others, guys. We want to create a document inside the other collection. Let's add the field. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's all. 4. So what is the name? Where are we taking the name of the product from? So you click on it, and the name here is not a specific value, it's from variable. So which of the variables? So we click on onset to find it. So when we go to products document, we will see the name of the document. All right, so that's it. That's for name. So for location, where are we getting it from? It's not a specific value, so we don't need to like type it in here. We need to go, so you click on onset, and then we need to go to the widget state, and then we need to find what is it called? We need to find the text field for what is that one? Okay, that's for location. So this is a text field for location. So we pick this, and then after that, what we need to go ahead and do is for the price. So the same way we did for the name at first. Hold on, guys. I just made a mistake. So the first here is not the name of the product. I mixed it up as the name of the product. So it's actually the name of the user, right? So that was what we did. So it shouldn't be from product document. It should be from widget, and we go to name. Yes, this is what we should have picked. So this is the user name, the name of the customer. This is the location of the customer from text field. See, both of them are from text field. So the price here is going to be, the price is going to be from, it's not a specific variable. It's from the product document, and we're picking price. Okay. So then the product name, yeah, this is the first name I had assumed. So we change it from specific to from variable. We click on onset and go to products document and pick the name. So guys, like that, we are done. We can, I think today we can add the next thing we need to do here is, we're not going to launch the URL first before we do this backend call. We have to launch the backend call first. So I just clicked on this to move this one upward, because what is here will be executed before what is here. All right. So it's going to do the backend call to create the document first before it launches the URL. And of course, when it does this, call, what I want it to do is, let me add an action, right? I want to add an action that says, it's not an action per se. It's just something I like doing. Snack bar. Yes, so just show a snack bar that says successful order, order registered, something like that. The order submitted. Okay, so order submitted, and then launch URL. That's it. So guys, we are done with that. So I believe this will help you with your product. So let's go ahead and just test it and see what we have been able to achieve. The class for today will be roughly, I think, 45 minutes. And also, I know this is coming late, but we are going to have another FlutterFlow competition tomorrow for everyone that is willing to participate. So it always comes with some prizes. The prize is basically data, right? So and also yeah, I was supposed to print out documents like the certificates. I didn't do that, but I will. I definitely will. I might even use this night to just do that, just to motivate everyone else. Okay, so but basically we give out certificate of participation to the people who participate, in the competition. And then for people who win, we actually give them both the certificate of participation and we also give them a prize. Yeah, so you get to get data, right? I think some volume of data that can help you. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to like try and wait for a while and see how our application looks like. And then after that, the next thing we'll talk about is we'll try to create the add to cart scenario and see how that looks like. So while we are waiting for this to run, let me talk about the add to cart possibility, how to create it. Now, guys, I think this is the place where you need to like pay attention a lot. I mean, you should have paid attention before, but this one is a bit okay, it's up. All right, so let's just test it before I go back to the cart scenario. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right, so it's by default it's taking the mobile version, so we'll change it to MacBook this. And the idea was click on this, it takes you here. All right, guys, so you see what we just created? We created this scenario. Nice. I like this thing that happened. So we click on this and I need to just put my name. All right, so David Orok in my location. Okay, so I need to use my former shop location. That's why I used what I used before. This was where I did my first successful business. Okay, Carbon State. So this is like the location, right? And I am the customer, David Org, and then this is my location and I want to buy, right? So I just go ahead and click the two things that will happen. First, it's going to create a document. It happens in a split second, so you won't even notice it. It's create a document and it will take me straight to Paystack. So, but we will see a snack bar. So I'll click on it. It creates a document. Oh, guys, that was too fast. Yeah, we should have reduced the time. Sorry. We should have added some delay there, right? We should have delayed something if we wanted to see the snack bar. Yeah, so, but it was too fast. The snack bar had already disappeared. So we can come here to Firebase and then see, all of a sudden we have a new document inside orders. And ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It shows here, it takes the price of the product. Don't forget, this is the price of the product. $39. And why is my intonation changing? So it takes the price of the product, 39. It also takes the product name. So if you check here, it takes the product name, right? So that's it. Okay, so we would have collected as many things as we wanted, even the rating, the pictures here, anything that we wanted. So anything that you want, you can just like take it from this page as far as you had transferred it down here. So that's how to implement it for the students who wanted to know how, and then for others who were also thinking about how to do this. Now, the cool stuff is that now that you have created this scenario, I think subsequently, right? Yeah, I'll create a course that might be super encompassive, right? But I would like you to be able to think about these things on your own too. So one of the things that can happen is that for this user here, right, this user should have an account. They can go to their account, like they should be able to log in and see what they have ordered for. And that's the benefit of login, logout scenario, because what we would have done would have been to add the email of the authenticated user to this document. It should have been a field here, email of the user, so that when you are trying to query the backend to get the data of orders and you want to make it unique to the person who is logged into the system, you can filter by email, right? So I think eventually somehow I might create a course that might be super encompassive to cover that. But I do still want you to be able to think around this thing and see how you can implement it. Okay. All right, but when you need to do it in your project, we can always do like quick labs just to show you how to do it. There's no problem. All right, or maybe we could do something next week, or we can still do it in this class. I don't know, but let's try something else. Let's try or could we just quickly do that? Because I think a lot of people might just want to know how that can be done, and I don't think it would take a lot of time compared to the add to cart, which might take some time. So let's go ahead and click on this big row. I want to create that functionality now. Let's see. So let's create a button here, just quickly. Not beautiful, just the button. Not a beautiful button, just is it a button? Or yeah, I think a button will do. Yes, a button. So the button here will be login. Yes, so let's come down. I should see the, where is the text for the button? Okay, here it is. I'll say login, right? So let's go down here and say login. Okay, so we have here login, and it's very ugly button, right? So like super ugly, and I'll reduce this to, I think, 12, and then the size of the button itself, let me see, where can I take that down? Okay, the width is going to be 100. Okay, the height's going to be 30. Guys, I'm not really paying attention to UI, right? So, but that doesn't mean it should be super ugly. So 20, 25. Okay, so not bad. Let's go to fill color and take it off. Let's fill color. Let's say fill color is this green. Okay, and use color. Nice. So because of that, let's go ahead and give a border color. A color to the border. Let's see, where do we have the border? So we have here, where is it? Where's the border color? Okay, yeah, is the border color? Yes. Let's add a white color around it. So guys, we have something like this. Not bad. Then let's go ahead and give the width 80. Looks nice. So we click here. I want to add an action to the button. It should click here to add an action, and then I'm going to say navigate to login. All right, so we created it, but we've not used it, so let's use it, guys. All right, so login, and then let's go to the login page. We have set the login. I think we did create all the actions for login. Yes, we did. And then sign up, right? Let's see. Yeah, this works. So I think the field here is quite long. Width is 200. 300. And here it's going to be the same thing, 300. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. Email and password. And let's see, we have a dashboard, and it has the name of the email of the user here, right? So let me just go ahead and get this thing from the database. So I click on this button and say authenticated user email. So it shows like this now, guys. And then in this database, in this screen, right, something is going on, guys. I don't know what is happening, but I'm beginning to speak differently. I don't know why. So let's see. Let's go ahead and just duplicate this row. Yes, duplicate this row. And what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and then let's let me take this. This is a row, right? So let me take this off. Okay, so we have the welcome here. So we don't want the welcome here. We just want the name of the product. Okay, let's call these orders. All right, let's call these orders. Let's just give it a bold name. So I'm just trying to show you how to implement the thing I just talked about briefly. And then these are the orders. So I'll duplicate this again. And so here I will reduce the size of this padding on the top to 16. And then this is going to be the name of the product, name of customer. Okay. So I'm just typing it like that so we can know what we're doing. So name of customer, I duplicated the row again. So this is going to be name of product. Okay, so I want to write it first, and after that we get it from database. And let's go ahead and say name of customer, name of product. What else? Name of product. What else do we have there? Name of product, price of product, and location. Okay, so name of customer, name of product. Let's duplicate and say location of delivery location. I think I switched it. Then I can say price. Yes. So okay, so we just want to be able to see these things here. So let's go ahead and how do we get this thing out from the database? Don't forget, guys, we have to query the backend for this page, and we need to do that at the biggest point of this entire widget tree. So let's try it from here, the column. So we're going to query this column. We come here to backend call, and we go ahead and click on query type. We're just going to do query collection. It's not so difficult like the other one. Then we'll say other. We're querying the other, and then it's a list. No, it's not a list of document. It's a single document. It's a single document. It could be a list of documents, guys. It could be a list of documents, but let's just say, yeah, list of documents. But now this list of document is not just everybody's document. We want to filter this document by let's click here and say by. Okay, now we don't have that the field to use and filter it. So let's go ahead and add the field here. Let's call it email. So this is, we're going to be filtering by using the email of the, no, not here. Let's click it here and add email. All right. So, but because of that, since we created here before, we did not add an email. Let's just add a field here and say email, and then I'm going to add the email I'm going to use in signing up. Africa, Nocode Africa @gmail.com. Okay, so right, so I did that. Yeah, this is okay. So I need to go to. All right, so let's I have to just cancel this and go to the Firestore here, and then go to the products. Is it products? No, others, and add email of the user. So it's going to be data type string, and then check. Okay, so we're almost done. Let's go back to what we were doing and query it again. So this time around, I'll try to query a collection, and we are querying the orders. It's a list of documents, fine. And then we want to filter by, we click on the collection filter name, we want to use email. So the email, we have to set the relationship. So email has to be equal to, we click on this, equal to what? Click on authenticated user email. So the email in the database collection, right? The email value inside the database collection must be equal to the authenticated user. That means the person that has just logged in, right? If it is equal, then show the person the order there in the database. And then after that, we just click on confirm and confirm. Okay, now this is not exactly good. This is not exactly good. We did, we have queried the wrong place. So I will do Control Z. I have created the wrong place. So what container is this inside? Let's say container, row, close this. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm supposed to have had all of these inside something, right? Not just the way it is. It's all scattered. I would have had this inside maybe a container. Okay, so let's come to, yeah, I would have had that inside here. But let's see, what other way can I do it? Let's try to just query one. Instead of a list, we just try to query just a single document. Okay, so filter, this might just rescue it for the time being, and then equal to authenticated user email confirm. Okay, this rescues us. Well, anyways, this is like the typical way we should do it, right? We just want to get single document that contains these users. Yeah, so I think this works for us for now. So this is not the order. I can change this from text color from this to maybe green, just let's know that this is different from the rest. and then let's click on the name of customer, and then click on the icon beside the text, and then we can go ahead and, okay, I can go ahead and then other document. So this is going to be the name of customer. So I pick the name of the customer there. So here I click on it, click on the icon beside the text. This is like you trying to say, okay, I don't want it to just be typed inside here. I don't want it to use what I typed here. I wanted to use something from the database. So where is it coming from? The database is coming from the other document. All right. So name of products. This is going to be product name. And then this one is going to be let's go to other document, location, right? So then price, we come here to other document and price. Since it's a number, we have to do number formats, come to no formatting, change it to custom. Not that alone, check the document that says display as currency. If you have a currency you want to use, you can put here. If it is a naira, you can put the faucet here. But if it's by default, it's dollars. Okay, now we have this done. Let's go ahead and just experiment and see what we have. So I will go ahead and run the application one time, and we will see it work here. But before then, let's go ahead and just quickly talk about, we're almost out of time. So we have the next roughly 13 minutes to talk about the add to cart, or the other answer, the question that had to do with children. Now, this is where I'm going to try to offer some like deep explanation, right? So guys, for this information, for these things that we are trying to get out of the database, it's in a collection in the database. It was put there, and it was technically put there permanently. It's going to be there until the user deletes it, if at all they have a button for delete, or the admin deletes it. But now if the session of the user ends, that information is not gone. So sometimes there's something called cookies that your application uses to determine, how do I explain cookies? So cookies is more like, I really don't know how to explain it. So let's say you want to store an information for your user depending on their activity on your platform, and you want to just store it temporarily. You don't want to store it like permanently in a database. You want to just store it temporarily depending on the life cycle, the lifetime of the user on your platform. You don't put it in your database. You can put it in the available resources that you had, let's say some sort of temporary storage that the platform you use in building your application provided, right? So like FlutterFlow now, FlutterFlow allows you to store your data temporarily in something called app state. Okay, so like now when our customers, the users of this platform, when they want to buy something, like they add something to cart, right? If they click on add to cart, it shouldn't be stored in the database, because adding things to cart can change. They might want to remove it. They might want to add other things. So why make them put it in the database? You're wasting resources. So you can like put it on a temporary memory that is available or provided by the platform that you're using to build your application. So guys, before we go ahead, let's test our application and see how it looks like. Then we can just use the remaining, I think this is 11 minutes now. I want us to finish exactly by, we started by 7, we'll finish by 8. Okay, so I want us to finish exactly within the hour. So if we cannot finish this, we will definitely finish it. I will just call for a poll. If at all we can have a class tomorrow. Yeah, so I don't mind. I'm very much available to teach. So come on, guys. The place I added the login button. Not fair. Okay, so it's not available here, but I think I know how to get there. So I can get there by clicking on that. So there's a login button here. Okay, nice. So I can click here. It brings me here to e-commerce signing. I don't have an account. So I can go ahead and, so guys, let me create another account entirely. Oh my goodness, there's something I did not do. Whoa, there's something I didn't do, guys. So it won't work. Now look at these, please. I think we will push the app states to the next class tomorrow, right? Yes. So, but if we have time, I think we could do it. Now the thing is this, right? Let's go to the landing page. No, not the landing page, description. There's an action that we didn't add, right? So when the user clicks on this, there's a lot of things that is supposed to be added. It adds these, adds the name of the product, the price, And then of course these other details, but it doesn't add. Let's click on open it. There's something else that we need to add in the create document. Okay, so it is supposed to add the email of the user. So let's go ahead and add extra field now. Click this. So email. So we click this and say not specific value from variable, and then go to onset. So we're going to go to authenticated user email. So we've added it now. So it's supposed to work for us. So guys, I will run it again one time. And since we are waiting for it to run, I can definitely use that opportunity to talk about app state. So now, how could we quickly implement app state for our product? No, not app state. Like, I mean, add to cart state, add to cart page, right? So now what we could do is create a page for it. And then I think within the time will not be enough for that. So I think you guys are going to have to pardon me to push this to tomorrow's class, please. And I hope that at least what we have done today is super enough for you to make, like, using your own personal project. Yeah, so instead of rushing to try to explain something really complex, I will rather push it to tomorrow's class and then explain it deeply for you guys, please. All right. So let's just wait for a couple of seconds and see this finish up. But while we're waiting, I can just begin to explain it since we have some time until that finishes. So what we could do, I could just start by creating, let's say, add to cart. What page is that? Let's click on these and look for a page. Guys, I don't know what page we're going to use, but let's go ahead and just find, let's go to content, no, list. There's a page I would like us to, a screen, a template that I would like us to use as our add to cart screen, because it's a complex procedure. We're going to have to add, make it inside a list view. And so I think there's a screen already here that is, that has list views all over it. So, but we are not trying to finish it. I just want us to start something so we don't get to waste the time that we have, a little time that we have. Oh, come on. This has finished. Okay, let's just go ahead and look at this, and maybe we'll just really push it to tomorrow and implement the add to cart state. So because the add to cart state is a bit complex, and I really need to use it to explain the app state scenario for everyone to really understand. So I think I'll do that even before we'll have the competition in the night. So let's go ahead and look at it. So here we go to login, and let's sign up. I will use a different email, right? So what email should I use? Let's say David. Okay, so create an account, and so it creates an account. Oh, all right. So there's a lot of things that is not working. It shows an empty screen because I queried the entire screen. I see. All right. So I think basically the reason for this is, okay, let me just go back and go back again. Let's submit this first. There's a problem, which we won't fix it here, but when we do what I'm about doing it to fix that problem. So let's just save something first. Let's save something. Let's say this is not, let's say David O. Okay, then location Nepalese. And I will go ahead and click on buy now. All right, so it takes me to Paystack. It has stored the information in database. See here, it's stored. All right, now let's go ahead and go to login and actually log in this time around. So this is the email I had used. It feels sure, but the other error, you know exactly why it happened like that. It doesn't have any information. So we sign in, and now we have it working. Yeah, it's because it is empty. I didn't set a function for it to show even if it's empty, right? So yeah, I will show you guys in the next class. So here I have it shows here, welcome Mr. David the Rock. This is my order, what I just ordered for. So if I wanted the picture to be here, I would have designed it and put the picture. So I believe somehow with this, you would have like enough knowledge to create your own personal project, right? So pardon me for today, this is where we will stop. and we will continue tomorrow in tomorrow's class, and we will talk about how to add to cart and other things. Let's see. Please, I think it's not necessary to create a structure in the Firebase console after doing the schema. So he's creating. No, it's normal. It's important to create. It's Shodev, it's important to create it. If we don't create it, it's going to give you some form of error because the schema is supposed to match. So at least create a sample structure in Firebase first before you go ahead and do it in FlutterFlow or even launch your application. Okay. Right. So okay, so some things push notifications, adaptation of screens. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this is another thing that we're going to talk about tomorrow, right? Implementing calendar in FlutterFlow. Okay, push notifications, adaptation of app. We will try to check this out, right? So we'll try to check this out tomorrow before the competition. So I think the competition can take place 6 p.m. We can have the first class around 2 p.m. The competition can take place 6 p.m. I think that's what Lintucci is suggesting. Is it competition by 6? I don't know. Okay, so I am suggesting we can have the competition by 2 p.m. GMT plus 1. And then we can have, sorry, not the competition. We can have the class 2 p.m. GMT plus 1. Then we have the competition 6 p.m. So we'll try to see how we can vote on the group so that we can plan for tomorrow. So I guess that will be all for tonight. Is there any other question, please? Yeah, Jesu Joba, I just saw your question. So I think the competition will be by 6 p.m. tomorrow. Yes. Okay, yeah, 6 p.m. tomorrow. And then the class, we will have a prior class before the competition, which is going to be by 2 p.m. GMT plus 1. And it will just be a simple thing, simple task, just like the other one. It might even be simpler, but this time around, I want you guys to really finish it. So I want you guys to like complete it. Yeah. So, okay. Just Joba, thank you very much too. And thank you to everyone else who attended the class. I hope you get to use this knowledge to build your own product and launch your business faster without thinking about the funds of hiring a developer. All right. Okay. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you very much.